today I thought, let's make a cool dishwasher sign so we know whether it's clean or dirty. As if that's going to help, but you know, not that matters. All right. I thought I'm got a craft show coming up, and I wanted to make a clean, dirty sign for the dishwasher. So I kind of made this up, a little bit of this, a little Frankensteining of other ideas and things like that. But I did know I wanted to use plastic canvas, and I just cut it to size, something like that. And then I'm going to need some yarn, so I got a black for the lettering and then another color for the background. You can pick whatever you want. And then I have a nice chunky needle that I use specifically for yarn and plastic canvas. Just make sure that you can fit your yarn in and you can fit through the holes. And then start stitching up. Alright, we got the dirty. Now to do the clean. We got both. We got the clean. Now we gotta fill it in. All right, we got our two sides, so let's put them back to back and stitch up the edges. All right, I got this far, and I know I made it so that it had a little hanger on it because I wanted to be able to flip it. So now we got to think of something to hang it on. I went out into our shop. I'd save every little scrap of wood from trimmed, from shelvings, from different projects. You never know what you're gonna need. And I found a nice it's what do you call it, trim for around like doors and things like that. And I'm just gonna chop it up to a size that I want and use my favorite tool, the bandsaw. I don't know why I look so serious. Concentration. Trying to make straight lines. I'm gonna make a bunch of these because some people have requested in my family that they wanted one, and I think I'm gonna take a few to my craft show that's coming up in December, so might as well do a bunch at a time, right? But it definitely needs a coat of paint. It's got that old school brown on it, and we'll just spray paint some white. Both sides. This was probably my trickiest part because I'm making this up. There's no set pattern for this. So what I found is I went to Daiso and it's basically a Japanese dollar store, and found some jump rings that are pretty big. I wanted some nice chunky ones, an eye hook, and then I found this little spinny piece that right there that'll be my joint so that I can spin the piece around. You could probably, and I thought about it, I could probably just put a string in between, but I want something that's gonna last. So I thought, at least in my mind, these little metal pieces, they'll last a little longer than just tying some yarn in between. I had to cut one so that it would go onto the eye hook. They don't open up. At least these didn't. And then we'll just join it all together. I did have to pre-drill my wood a little bit. This hand drill is come in handy a lot. It was only like $3 at the craft store. will link these all together, and I'm hoping that my idea works out. And it does. Woohoo! Let's keep going. Now, I can't keep this blank, so there's got to be something up there. And I thought we're going to do it dish related because, you know, it's a dishwasher. So I thought I gathered some pearls and clear beads. I have ideas for, you know, like bubbles and suds. I got a whole bunch. I just gather, you know, odds and ends, partially for the dollhouse, partially for stuff like this. And anything that was pot and pan and plates and that kind of cutlery related, I dug it out and I just made little piles. Now I kind of have an idea in my head. Got lots of options. Let's glue it on to our little piece of wood. Ta-da! I'm trying to make it look like, you know, it's a sink full of dirty dishes kind of thing, or almost clean dishes. But then I thought, you know, it needs something else, and I decided I have an old scrubby thing that hasn't been used, and I'm gonna make a scrubber. What do you call it? Sponge. Because you need that to clean the dishes, right? I like doing this because every single one that I'm going to make are going to be completely different. So each one's going to be different. But this one, that's kind of what that looks like. Turned out pretty good. Not too shabby. Now we're just going to add a magnet to the back so that we can stick it to our dishwasher. And I'm going to call this good. And I am totally using just stuff that I already have. I honestly, you know, well, I mean, besides buying this stuff over many years, but I didn't go to the store once for any of this stuff. I just sat down, gathered all my stuff, and started making it. And we'll just stick it to our nice, dirty dishwasher. That's my mom's hand. Because mom's going to get one. Ha ha ha. Pretty cute. I think it turned out nice. What do you think? And I'm sure you're more than welcome. That's the reason I put these videos out. You know, gives you some inspiration. Make your own. Make it as cute as you want. You could actually, I thought about it, it's like maybe that top part, you can make it more sink-like, put little faucets and things like that. That would be really, really cute. But ta-da! There we go. Another Christmas idea done. I make my Christmas presents, so here we go. I hope you had a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So I will see you in the next one. Bye!